My name is Daniela Quiroz, and I have conducted some research about women in the tech industry. In the past, it was very common for women to stay home and allow their partners to be the sole income for families. Today, women compose 47% of the workforce, which is nearly half. It has increased by almost 20% since 1950, while the male percentage has dropped from about 70% to just a little over 50%. So the problem becomes, why are men still dominating some industries, specifically in tech, leaving women the minority groups? The first example, the tech industry has boomed in the last 2 decades. However, women still remain only 25% of the tech industry, despite the increase of women in the workforce overall. Managers should address this gender gap because diversity increases innovation among companies and can then increase a company's output. Causes and solutions. There's a lack of encouragement overall for women to pursue STEM and enter the tech industry, and therefore hinders the applicant pool. A way to increase women applicants is to ensure job postings are reaching the largest applicant pool possible. This can lead to a larger volume of applicants, and among that large volume, the most diverse and qualified applicants. This will encourage more people, and in this case, specifically women, to apply if postings are being seen through multiple channels. The next example for women lacking in tech is the notorious reputation of a toxic bro culture among the industry. This is relevant to managers because 60% of women in the Silicon Valley, for example, will experience harassment in a toxic work culture that is dominated by men. So then the causes are that women experience harassment, and solutions would be, if a company culture is lacking and there are many incidents of harassment, proper and strict protocols must be implemented to prevent these incidents from occurring. Clear procedure for reporting these incidents shall also be implemented and communicated properly to everyone. Lastly, there needs to be a protocol that also ensures those who report harassment are also protected. And my third example is 45% of women in tech roles are more likely to leave their role within the first year compared to their male colleagues. Managers need to address this issue because they need to ensure all their direct reports are being valued and treated equally so that employees are less likely to leave in the first year. Cause and solution. Women also experience high volumes of sexism in male-dominated industries. To prevent employees, specifically females, managers and companies should strive to create a culture that is welcoming and comfortable for everyone, as well as implementing an open door policy so that if needed to report something, one is able to report this to whoever they feel most comfortable with. This will allow for transparency and comfort within an organization and hopefully retain employees. In conclusion, I currently hold an entry-level role in HR at a tech company in San Francisco and have had a positive experience there thus far. My colleagues are all really supportive and care about each other. It is the best job I have had and the best people I have been able to work with. And I think to myself, I wish all women in male-dominated industries had the same experience. Despite being lucky to have this opportunity, I can't help but observe that there are only about 15 women in our office out of 55 people, which totals about a 27% population of women in our office. And of those 27%, I am the only Latinx woman. This is important because in order to progress as a company, community, and even as far as a country, women must be given equitable opportunities and support and leave the patriarchal tendencies behind because up to this point, it has yet to prove it works.